Okay.
Good morning, I'm Esther.
I'm Nick.
And we're Fouch off-grid. This one is just for fun. Just for fun. If you want anything useful, go watch something else. We're doing 30 random things about us. This is kind of an exercise in community and interaction with other YouTube channels. We are complete isolationists up here on our mountain. But we do like people, and in the last couple of weeks we have had the opportunity to interact and re-interact with some other YouTube channels, and that's been kind of fun. And as part of that, we've gotten tagged in this 30 random things about us game, where different YouTube channels are tagging each other to invite them to share random fun things about themselves. We were tagged in this by Freedom Acres. Amanda over at Freedom Acres is a homesteader, and she's a single woman. She's a gardener and a cook, and somebody who is very organized and thoughtful and fun to watch. So if you don't know Freedom Acres, if you don't know Amanda of Freedom Acres, we'll put a link here and below so you can go check out her 30 random things or anything else about her homesteading life and homesteading dreams. Anything else?
No. Here we go. When I was a kid in the 80s, I learned how to moonwalk before I learned long division. And I was much better at moonwalking than long division. Probably because of the time spent on each one.
I have an undergraduate degree in theater. It took me 3 different colleges and 6 years. I changed my major 6 times.
My senior year of high school, I was on a state champion basketball team. I was the starting center. One time, I was the only person in the room when a baby was born, except for the mother and then the baby. And her name's Stella, and she turned out fine.
I was once, for 1 season, a competitor on a lightweight crew team, position number 5, starboard.
I once was a bottle dancer in a production of Fiddler on the Roof.
During my career as a theater director, I once replaced an actor with a 10-foot puppet 10 days before opening. That was probably my most adventurous moment in the theater.
Once during my theater career, I built a 10-foot tall puppet 10 days before opening, when the director decided to fire an actor.
I had a great prop man.
I have never eaten sushi.
I have eaten sushi a lot.
One Christmas, while turning candlesticks as gifts for all of my family, I got an allergic reaction to some hardwood and went to our Christmas celebration with all of my in-laws and family beet red from head to toe.
I have scoliosis, or curvature of the spine. It doesn't really affect my life in any way, except that I can't sleep on my left side without waking up with a crick in my neck.
My great-grandfather was a state legislator and potato farmer in Idaho, and he was partially responsible for putting famous potatoes on the license plate. Sorry, Idaho.
I have never, ever shaved my legs. Not ever, not ever. I wasn't raised to think that that was an important thing to do, and I never changed my mind about it. Now, before you think that I'm strange, imagine what it must be like to be someone who has never shaved their legs. I think the idea is pretty strange. Using a sharp metal thing to scrape the hair off of your body. So if anybody thinks I'm the weird one, I don't know.
My first job was as a bag boy at a grocery store in a small town. Sometimes I would carry groceries home for old ladies 2, 3, 4 blocks away.
My first job was as a certified nursing assistant in a nursing home. I often worked the night shift. I worked full time. I supported myself fully with that job from the time that I was 16. And I missed that job. I think it was in some ways the best job I ever had. In fact, I think that if I had just stayed as a nursing assistant my entire life, some of my great heartbreaks would never have happened.
My mother was a nurse, and I had IBS from the moment I was born. As a result, I have a tiny book that catalogs everything that went into my body from the moment I was born to about 4 years old.
I belong to a professional actors association called Actors Equity, but it's been a long time since I've paid my dues.
For a year in college, I was a line cook at a breakfast restaurant called the Breakfast Club. And every morning for my morning break, I would go upstairs in the break room with a giant plate of biscuits and gravy.
It is still true that Nick and I love almost more than anything else eating breakfast. Almost more than anything else. I'm allergic to peach fuzz.
I once restored a '59 Cadillac for a stage production and had to cut it in half to get it through the door.
In between being a certified nursing assistant in a nursing home and becoming a theater director, I've had a lot of different jobs, mostly doing office work in a number of different kinds of offices, including an insurance company claims assistant and working in quality assurance for an electronics manufacturer and working in fish. One of my favorite jobs was fish.
Ready? When I turned 18 and my dad gave me all of the savings bonds that they had carefully collected for me, I cashed them in and bought a '79 VW van, camper, with the pop top. It was groovy.
I can type over 100 words per minute.
Once for a production of Peter Pan, I was the guy who jumped off of a ladder backstage with a rope in hand to make Peter Pan fly through the window. Once, after closing a production of Peter Pan, I got a hold of all of the flying harnesses, and me and some friends flew each other around the theater in the middle of the night.
A lot of you know about me that my mom was Carla Emery, the author of the Encyclopedia of Country Living, and so I was the daughter of a well-known figure in the Back to the Land movement. You may not know that my best friend when I was little was also the daughter of a figure in the Back to the Land movement. My friend Megan Butters was the daughter of Mary Jane Butters of Mary Jane's Farm magazine. I graduated from high school when I was 15 years old. When I was 16, I was fully supporting myself. When I was 17, I met Nick.
Well, there you go. Maybe you know us a little better now. I don't know. There's 30 little pieces of brain candy for you.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us. I hope this was a fun diversion. I hope it gives you a sense of sort of getting to know us. And I hope that it encourages you to check out some other channels and their 30 random facts about us, so we can really enjoy and appreciate what a rich, diverse community we have as homesteaders here on YouTube. And now I have the pleasure of calling out or tagging 5 other channels to do the same. So I have picked, let's start with 2 bloggers. A Farm Girl in the Making and The Fuel Homestead are both YouTubers, but I knew them first as bloggers. They both have great, beautiful blogs with beautiful pictures and a lot of great information, and Facebook pages too, and also YouTube channels. So Anne over at A Farm Girl in the Making and Amy at The Fuel Homestead, let's hear your 30 random facts about you. I also am tagging Al Lumna of Lumna Acres. We've gotten to know Al a little bit over the last few weeks, and I just think I really appreciate him, his honesty. If you're not looking for a real person, don't bother with Al, because he is the real deal with his family in the Northeast. He was raised in Boston, or just outside of Boston, and he's homesteading in New Hampshire. And go check out his channel and see his just true to life honesty about developing better solutions for his family and their health and their freedom. And fourth is Barry Keller of The Empty Hammock. I don't know Barry quite as well, but I do know this. He is an extremely competent person with lots of skills, particularly in woodworking and construction, and also in filmmaking. So go over and check out his skills. And Al and Barry, tell us your 30 random facts about you. The last one is a bit of a long shot because she's not doing many videos right now, and she probably won't even see this. Maybe she will, but there's never been a channel on YouTube that I loved more than One Girl's Rant. One Girl's Rant, we want you to come back. We want to hear your 30 random facts. Come back and tell us something funny about chickens. We've missed you. And if you don't have time to make videos, just at least know that we're thinking of you, and we think you're awesome. So all of you who have watched this, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for supporting Homesteaders on YouTube. We appreciate you. Have a great day.
Thanks.
Well,